this on? Are we live? Chat. Chat, talk to me. I can see you, chat. I have you on my phone. Okay. Literally the 2 view live stream, eh? The 0 view live stream, according to Google. Hold on. I think I can tinker a little bit with the settings. There we go. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Let me show you what I got for you. Let me show you something cool. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this omoshiroi? I found it very omoshiroi. So I got a cool professional looking wallpaper now. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so good. All right. Man, I'm out of tempo, I guess. I used to make 4 videos a day and 1 live stream, and lately I've been slacking. And I blame you guys. 100% I blame chat. Why aren't you forcing me to be more productive? Entirely your fault. Hello, Radklar from California. How are you surviving there? Do you? By the way, like I hear some of the weirdest stories coming from California now that I just find it difficult to believe that they're real. Like, for example, people tell me that they have homeless people in front of their homes just shooting heroin up their arms. I'm like, come on, you know. But then, like, there was this guy, and he had homeless people bring a tent on his property. So, like, you know, you have a house with a fence, and the homeless people came onto his property and set up shop, and he was apparently like disturbed by the noise. And I'm like, dude, first of all, I would freak out just because it's like, dude, there's someone on my property. Like, what if they want to break in? I mean, if they jump the fence and now they're trespassing, why wouldn't they jump the window and be trespassing inside my living room? Like, what's the difference? So he tells me that no, it's normal here. It's like, what do you mean it's normal? Like, well, get the cops to do something. It's like, yeah, I got the cops, but like the cops didn't do anything because like they don't do that. It's like, what do you mean they don't do that? Like, well, okay, so why can't you then, you know, get some friends and escort the gentleman off your premise? And he's like, no, because if I were to take their tents and throw them out, then I would be violating their property, and then I would get in problem. So, like, the cops wouldn't do anything to them, but they would do to you? Exactly. Like, what the fuck? California, man, it's so progressive. My reactionary brain just can't wrap itself around it. It's very interesting. Hopefully, it comes everywhere on Earth. Like, those policies from California now, they spread worldwide. I think it would be like a vaccination against voting for such policies. Like, if everyone has to live under them for, like, 10 years, then no one is going to want them. It's going to have a stink. Dancing Troll, yeah, so as you guys know, I did start my VTubing thing. I gotta say, I need a little bit more practice. It's very difficult controlling the VTube model. So I need to tinker with the settings a little bit in order to make its mouth move properly. And number 2, I also need to adjust for the lag and learn how to move my head. Because every single head motion, like even the smallest head motion, gets the model to do something. So you need to stand very still and only move when needed, and make sure that your eyes don't widen, because then it would show like weird facial expressions. So it's more difficult than it seems. I gotta say, I got more respect for the people doing VTubing, because it's actually an art form. It's kind of like having a sock puppet. That's how I would describe it. It's kind of like manipulating a Muppet and getting it to do whatever you want, except it's a lot more difficult. It's a lot more difficult because you need to do like small facial expressions, and even like the smallest twitch of a muscle gets the model to do something. Yeah. Everyone thinks California won't happen to them until everyone from California moves to your state. From what I understand, it's like the people who move, they're a lot more relaxed when it comes to doing political activism, because they understand deep inside that they were wrong. I don't know how true that is, but I saw it on TV. So it was, I think, like the governor of Texas. He's the one that said that the people who come from California now to Texas, most of them vote Republican. It's like, okay, well, who knows? But yeah, it is like a ventriloquist. Yes, VTubing is like ventriloquism. It takes like here's the thing. Now that I'm doing it, I can look at other VTubers and I can tell who's shit and who's actually good at it. There are a couple of people that are really good at it, and there are other people that are really shit at it. So, I mean, now I can't watch VTubing the same way I did before. Because before it was just enjoyable. It's like, look, this anime lady is doing crazy things on the computer screen. But now I'm like, oh, why is she twitching her face when she shouldn't? Why is she moving her mouth when she shouldn't? Like, all of these things, you can see them on the avatar, and I become very critical of what I'm seeing. Yeah. Any chance for a VTube collab? So I did collabs with a lot of VTubers. Or is Janet a VTuber? I'm sorry if you are. I don't know all of the VTubers, okay? There's a lot of them. The industry is blowing up. So if you are a VTuber, Janet, sure, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look at your stuff, and if it's stuff that my chat would like, then probably. Just so you know, I'm a little bit swamped right now because I gotta go on Archcast. I gotta play Project Zomboid with the Bickering Bunch. I got another collab with Viri coming up, so we'll see. But like technically, probably yes. Do I play Valheim? You can see it. No, you can't. Okay, it's a mirage. Shut the fuck. There is no Valheim. I played a little bit and I uninstalled it, but I forgot to remove it. It's like the icon is still there. I think if I double click it, it won't even take me to the game. Horrible game. I just didn't like the graphics. Yeah. So there was a VTubing convention going on. I generally don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Like going to a convention and you don't even get to see the people there. Because they're VTubers, right? So it was like, okay, well, what are they doing? It's like, well, they're watching this big screen with a VTuber on. And it's like, why can't you do that from your house then? Oh, they're going to buy the merchandise. Why can't you buy it online? Oh, you're going to meet the community. Dude, I don't want to meet a bunch of perverts. Like, let's be honest. Okay? So, I don't know. Like, the VTubing convention to me, I found it very weird. I guess, like, HoloLive had an interesting convention because you could go in a booth and you would be, like, one-on-one with Gargura and she would actually interact with you. I guess, like, the lady, you know, that plays Gargura was in her house or somewhere else on the premise. And she would have a camera and she would see who goes in the booth. And then she could talk with that person. So I suppose like that would be one of the reasons. Like if you really wanna, yeah, I don't know. Thoughts on Nox? Yeah, so Nox is a male VTuber. For those of you who don't know, I haven't watched his channel that much. He is, I think, the most successful male VTuber. I don't know if there's a single male VTuber more successful than him because he's got like what 1.5 million subscribers. It's really difficult to become a male VTuber in this industry. And, you know, Nox managed to do it. His content and his editing skills are amazing. So, yeah, I have respect for content creators that manage to pull it off. Like, Nox really managed to do something great there. Hopefully, there's going to be more male VTubers. Like, this is the thing, you know, like, a lot of people say, oh my god, V, you're simping for this, you're simping for that. It's like, why are you giving so much attention to female VTubers? No one likes the guys, okay? It is true, at least not in this industry. And I do try my best. I tried promoting Frank. I'm going to stream with him in the future again. But yeah, like most people don't like the guys. They want to see the Ushikushi anime ladies, which is why there's a lot of guys pretending to be women. I'm not going to give names, but I'm aware. You don't even need to like you don't even need to know. Like you just listen to the voice. And there are certain voices that men can't replicate, but there are those in-between voices. And, you know, like most guys pretending to be a female VTuber, you kind of know. So let's just put it like that. Nuxtaku. I don't think I'm talking about Nuxtaku. Hold on. Maybe I'm talking about someone else. Let me see if I can bring him up. Give me a second. Oh, Flamenco is a male VTuber. I don't know why people don't count him. Yeah, Nuxtaku. My bad. Nuxtaku is the one, yes. Flamenco is a male VTuber, and for some reason people don't really consider him as such. But he is. He exists. There are some male VTubers with female models and don't try to hide it. Yeah, I know. I thought about doing that for myself, but I just think it's very lame. It's incredibly lame. I don't want to do it. I mean, why go for the in between? You know, because at that point you're really admitting defeat. It's like, okay, well, I'm not good enough for face cam. I'm not good enough for just having a VTube model. I'll just like put a female model, and I'm like, who's gonna watch it? You know. Is Medicare a VTuber? No, but like that's pretty much how the industry grew, right? Like you had people like Sargon and people like myself and other commentators which would use a still image, and I guess like that was the first VTubing, if you want, like the PNG tubers, right? And in a way, the reason people do it is to hide their face. I guess, you know how comfortable it is to just go and start live stream, because that's one of the other reasons why I chose not to get a webcam. You can just wake up from your bed and start doing the videos, because otherwise you have to like get up from the bed, you gotta tidy your hair, you gotta put on some presentable clothing, you gotta shave and all of that shit, and then you have to start it. And when you start the webcam, you're like, oh god, the background isn't great, right? So you have to fix the background, you gotta do all these things. But like with VTubing, you don't. You just go there. Now, if you're a woman, it's probably even worse because you have to put makeup every time you live stream. So I just think it's a lot cooler to just be able to put on the content, because at the end of the day, most people don't even want to see you anyway. They just want to see what you're talking about. Nuxtaku had a very successful anime review channel before the VTubing stuff. I didn't know he became a VTuber. Yeah, because I was a little bit shocked. I was like, how on earth is Abdi Muhammad knowing that there's a male VTuber out there when he hates VTubing? So Janet J777 just started a VTuber on a different channel and animation-related content. News, reviews, games, etc. I'll have to check it out. That sounds interesting. Hold on. Let me check your channel out. Why not? Why not? But I hope you guys won't leave me for Janet G777, because I got 2 views right now. If one view leaves, I will be down 50% of my subscribers. So Janet J777. Oh, here we go. This channel has no videos. Well, Janet J777, you need to pick up the slack. How the fuck do you want me to promote you if you don't have a single video, Janet J777? I'm trying to work here, but you're not working with me. You need to put a little bit of effort, Janet J777. Yeah, it was a co-op stream because like when I opened the thing, she did her monetization and she got a couple of cents over there. But like, look, we're I was talking about Janet J777. Why are you guys talking about something else? All right. I want to encourage her to do her shit. But listen, Janet, before you do collabs and other stuff, put some videos there. Like if you're collabing with me right now and I plug in your channel and no one, people go there to see you and they see no video, like why are you collabing? Like there's, right? Like you need to have the business orientation. If you just want to talk to me, you can just talk to me on the Twitter or DMs. Like there's no reason to actually come on my stream. All right, so first put some videos there. First upload some content. And then we can do a collab. Very mixed up her dates. Like she was supposed to collab with me this Sunday, but apparently she got her calendar wrong. Totally throwing her under the bus right now. And she's going to collab next Sunday. Emily is another creator who did YouTube and later went into VTubing. She does anime covers. Okay. Yeah. Janet J777. Where did you come from, Janet J777? Because I have... See, this is the advantage of having a 2-view stream. When you have a 2-view stream, you know the 2 people that watch you. I have never in my life seen Janet J777. Chad, did you see her? Like, do you know who she is? She seems kind of sus to me. I'm like narrowing my eyes, and I'm looking at her like with the sus. Who are you, Janet? Expose yourself. All right. Should we talk politics now, or should we talk more VTubing? You know, here's something else. Did you guys hear about... I don't even know if I can talk about it, because last time I talked about it, YouTube demonetized the entire stream. The VTuber that did stuff to her vagina. Let's put it like that, okay? So she did that. And I was like, you know what? That's understandable. I can relate to that. I mean, debasing yourself for content is something that I can understand in this difficult industry. You know, using a stapler, bringing it up to sensitive body parts and going click, click, click. It's like, okay, fine. You know, I understand. I mean, content is king. At the end of the day, you have to entertain people, right? All right. But like, what I don't understand, and this is what I heard today, because my God, I started on my Discord a channel called hashtag VTubers. All right, it is the most schizo shit that I think I have ever created in my life. I mean, the stuff that gets posted there, Jesus fucking Christ. You know, I'm thinking about having the bot that deletes everything every 48 hours to move it back down to 24. Like every 24 hours, the stuff on that channel needs to go away from my server. For my sanity, not because it violates any TOS or anything, but it's like my sanity at play there. So, I found out from my channel, from my server that I have created, that she did that for free, chat. Who the fuck does that for free? Hello, Zenith. Who the fuck does that for free? Like, if you do it for a super chat, someone comes in and gives you $1,000 to staple yourself, I would be like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend other people to do it, but I can respect that. I can understand why it's happening. You know, it's $1,000 is $1,000. But then, she did it for free. Janet J777, you did not watch me for 2 years, Janet. You're a liar. You know what I think, Janet J777? You're an alt. You belong to someone else. There is another person that I speak with who made an alt and is talking to me. That's what I think. I'm a little bit schizo right now, a little bit paranoid. It's after dark. You know, doctors actually say that people have their emotions out of whack after 9 p.m. After 9 p.m., your hormones become weird and you become a lot more emotional. Yeah, $20 is $20, yes. People say it's fake. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to bring a forensic to tell me if the picture is fake or not. Even if the picture is fake, why would you do it if no one is giving you a super chat? Because then you can't do it again. That makes no sense. Hello, Krishhead. V, don't people go there for putting things in themselves for free? Noni? Sarah. Sarah. This is a family-friendly stream. What the fuck are you doing? See, I actually thought that Sarah might be Janet. I will find out who Janet is. Trust me, chat. Eventually, I will get down to the bottom of it. Alright. Why is there so much Disney? What do you mean there is so much Disney? Oh, I have a news story about Disney. Haha. The mouse. Haha. Man, I actually have a video coming up on my main channel, and I'm talking about the privileges that Florida took away from Disney. Like, holy shit, I was unaware they had so many. Like, my private company can do whatever it wants is actually true with Disney. Haha. Like, get this, chat, get this. So, in Florida, Disney has its own police force, right? Like, its own private police force. And apparently, they could actually, if they want to, they could detain you for whatever reason, right? If they consider you're a public menace, they can detain you and you can't sue them. I mean, this blew my mind. So, like, what do you mean? Like, the corporate police, if they want to, they can detain me? Yes, they can. and for how long? For how long they want. And you can't sue them. Like, that's the interesting thing, right? Because unlawful arrest, or how do you call it? A false arrest. Yes, like a false arrest. If the police does that to you, you can sue. But if Disney does that to you, you can't. I wonder if you get a phone call, though. Like if the Disney corpo police arrest you. Do you get the phone call? Holy shit, HK9410. Do you know that your name is written on my bed? Because you gave me some other super chats, like big ones last time, and I said, it's like, all right, I'm going to put this guy's name on the bed because I'm going to use his money to buy a bed in my bedroom. That was before I had this house. Maybe I'll join the Discord if there's truly such cursed content there. Yes, it is. Go on Twitter, and it's on the pinned comment. It's the link to my Discord channel. And there's a lot of sub-channels there. Like, you got the VTubers one, where, well... then you have the promotion one. So if you're an artist, a game developer, someone like that, you can self-promote your stuff. And I also have like a This Week is Stupid for news and other articles that you guys want me to know about. It's a good thing. And you can also, please don't message me on Discord, because I'm not going to talk to you. That's why, okay? If you want to talk to me, do it on Twitter. Like, give me a DM. I really hate it when I'm playing a video game or some shit and someone pops up on Discord with a DM. So, I mean, you can message me, but I won't respond. And I will mute you. So don't do that. All right? Like, if you want to talk to me, I have my communications open. Just either at me in the chat, or you can contact me on Twitter. I respond to my DMs. All right. Zenith, don't make me bring out the alligator. There was actually a bizarre news with a guy in Florida who threw in an alligator at McDonald's. I mean, this is an old news, but I just found it today. I guess we can read it. Why not? It's so bizarre, though. It is one of the most... Because you get to see some fucked up shit, and usually you kind of understand. Like, for example, you get to see, some people robbing a store. And you're like, okay, that's fucked up, but at least I know why they're doing it, right? Because they want the stuff in the store. But Florida man throws alligator. You're like, why? Why would you do, like, what is the purpose? Why are you do? There's no rhyme or reason, chat. All right, let's see. I think like there was oh, it's in Time magazine. Holy shit, it managed to get into Time magazine. I wonder like how the jury reacted to this shit. Hold on, every single publication that I go through is asking me money in order to read the article. All right. I think I found one that lets me read it without. Here we go. Florida man arrested after trying to throw an alligator on roof to teach it a lesson. No, hold on. This is a different one. How many people are throwing alligators in Florida? What the fuck? I want the one that threw it into the Wendy's. Okay, I got the one. I just googled Florida man throws alligator and I found a different story. Like, what? It's one of those things that you don't think happens very often. How many times do people throw in an alligator? Well, apparently quite often in Florida. So this was in 2018. It got into Time magazine. So he tossed a live alligator through the drive window at a Wendy restaurant. He picked it up from the side of the... Who the fuck does this? Who does this? Who picks up the alligator from the side of the road? Chat, what is wrong with Floridians? Like, who just walks past and it's like, what is that? An alligator. Okay, let's pick it up. How do you pick it up? That's another question. How do you do it? I think I would risk an arm doing it, right? Like, even if you have a thick glove, that's still dangerous, isn't it? I don't know. I never seen an alligator in real life, but it's like a small crocodile, right? Like, it's got very sharp fangs, and I think if it bites you, it gets infected. My favorite Florida man stories are about the guy who breaks into prison to hang with his friends, and the man who held the scientist hostage to make the dog immortal. Okay, we're going to go through those. Those are interesting. I didn't know about them. I did know about the one with the dog though. You brag it by the tail, but like I think it looks flexible enough that if you're not careful, it will still get your arm. This happened 5 minutes from Sandman. Well, I mean, it's not like it's a major event, you know, with people dying and shit, so they're like, oh, this happened 5 minutes from me. It's one of those things that, like, it has no rhyme or reason. Like, this is the chaotic evil type of criminal. Like, he just wants to see the world burn. You know, you got, like, criminals that are sympathetic. You know, like the guy stealing antibiotics for his dying mother. Like, that's someone that you can get behind. And then you get, like, lawful evil, like some people that do bad things but know that the law is on their side. And then you have the chaotic evil people, like this one. Most creators barely interact with their discords at all. I think when you have 100,000 fans, people just caring about individuals. I mean, look, there is a difficulty in interacting with people. I mean, the difficulty is in that there are so many of you, and I just don't have the time. I mean, I try to talk with the people that DM me on Twitter, and I talk with people on Discord as often as I can, but most of my day is filled with making content, so I literally just don't have the time to go in a voice chat and talk about things. So I understand why other creators don't talk, but yeah, I think if I had like 1 million followers, there was no way I could talk with everyone. Still, I do try to respond. Anyway, back to the alligator. What the fuck? So, this is what living in a place where you're still wet after you finish drying from your shower. Dude, British people aren't like this. Like, British people are a lot more wet than Floridians. Especially the British women when they see me. He later threw it from his white pickup truck into the Wendy's kitchen after ordering a large soft drink. So this guy, right, he walks on the street, finds the alligator, decides, all right, I'll pick it up, picks up the thing, and then throws it in a Wendy. This begs several questions. Number one, where the fuck was he holding it? Why didn't it bite him? Like, was it a limp dick alligator, like one that was doozy? Like, did he give it some beer? Or like, how do you do that? Because, like, he knew how to pick it up from the street, and then he knew how to pick it up in order to throw it. Like, in order to throw it, I guess it's pretty difficult. So the cops pick it up, and they released it in a canal. And despite the fact that the incident happened in October, he got taken into custody Monday. What is he going to be charged with, is what I'm curious. Because, guys, can you give the link to my Discord to HK9410, please? What is he going to be charged with? Like, I'm curious if there's a law for that. Because, like, it's not even his animal, right? Because, like, for example, in Romania, there's a law that if you have an animal that's yours, you're responsible for it. So, for example, if your dog bites someone, because it's your dog, well, you're responsible for what your dog is doing. But in this situation, like, it's not his crocodile, so... Okay, hold on. I'll DM you my Discord link. Give me a second. Server setting, invite people. Here we go. Copy. Badu. There we go. Okay, let's look about the guy that wanted to make his dog immortal. That's another gentleman that is muy interesante. So, Florida man makes dog immortal. Cruelty to animals? I don't think that the problem with throwing an alligator into someone's Wendy's is cruelty to animals. I mean, I guess maybe, but that's not the reason why the cops arrested him, I guarantee to you. It's more like the endangerment of the people who work at Wendy's. Alligators are kind of the bottom of the food chain in Florida. There is a story of some dude. Oh, come on, Zenith. Get the fuck out. No fucking way. No fucking way. No. No, I refuse to believe it, even if it's true. Like my brain just you know when you watch Westworld the first season. So in Westworld the first season, there's that thing with like he's showing the images to some of the host, and the host just like the robot just refuses to acknowledge it because like his programming is made so he doesn't acknowledge that he's a robot, and it's kind of like that for me. It's like no, Zen, if I just refuse. I refuse to believe it. Anyway, right? Florida man abducts scientist to make his dog immortal. I'm really curious. Like, what type of scientist would you abduct? You think he abducted Dr. Fauci? Because he is the science. Like, if Dr. Fauci can't do it, no other scientist can. Again, Dr. Fauci is the science. But if it was a Dr. Fauci, like, what would you get? Like, what? Obviously, like, a physicist, probably not. A chemist? A chemist, maybe? Like, what? So, why do I get so many anime ladies? Florida man Philip Joseph has decided that his dog should have eternal life because the loss of his loved one would be devastating. He loves his dog so much he can't let it die. All dog owners would never love to never have to worry about their four-legged friend moving on. But Joseph has taken it to the next level. He's not trying to figure out how to immortalize his dog on his own. He doesn't understand Frankenstein's scientific formula. Okay, well, Frankenstein was actually a physicist, so... the idea suddenly came to mind. Why not kidnap a scientist? He kidnapped Ryan Lockhart, a doctor and scientist from the University of South Florida. But what type of doctor, you know? Because, like, this is the layman's speak. It's like, oh, it's a doctor. Like, I really hate this way of thinking, right? Because, I actually have a friend, which is in Germany now, and she's, what do you call it? A gynecologist. Okay, an obstetrician, we call it. But a gynecologist. And she was annoyed that her neighbor called her during the night because she couldn't breathe properly. And she was like at the phone, is like, well, is she giving birth? And it's like, no, it's a man. Well, then call 911. Why the fuck are you calling me? I'm a gynecologist. And, you know, like, a lot of people are upset about that, but it's so fucking true. Like, we specialize for a reason. I mean, technically, we know what to do and how to diagnose things, but at the end of the day, you're still going to end up in a hospitals where they run tests. It's not like, you know, doctors out of Jesus Christ, they don't come to your home and perform the healing miracle. You still need to go to the hospital so that they have machinery which runs tests, and then you get the medicine, right? So it's kind of like that. It's like he kidnapped a doctor. Like, well, what type of doctor? This is obviously a consequence of the religion of science. No, I think this is a consequence of people being crazy. Like, this individual was obviously insane. He is not trying to figure out... yeah, I saw the alligator story in This Week in Stupid channel. I know about it. Abdi, stop spamming. He is not trying to figure out how to immortalize his dog. He kidnapped a scientist from the University of Florida. One can only imagine what was going on in Ryan's mind at that point. No laboratory, no secret chemical formula to keep the dog alive forever, and a crazy guy holding him hostage trying to figure out what his next move is going to be. The good thing is that he found the Florida scientist before... the good thing is that they found the Florida scientist before anything catastrophic could occur. Who is they? Like, they found this. Who is they? See, imagine yourself in that fucked up situation. I know, Abdi. I appreciate it, but you're promoting it way too often. Imagine yourself in that fucked up situation. Like, someone kidnaps you. Like, you happen to be a doctor, right? And you're coming out of the university, and then someone kidnaps you and puts you in his basement, and it's like, make my dog immortal. Like, how... even if you knew how to do it, how would you do it? Like, you don't have access to the chemicals. I think like at that point I would be like, okay, well, I need a stretcher, and we need to find the stormy night, and we will raise your dog on top of your house with an iron pole, and when the lightning strikes. But to be honest, right? Like if you manage to like pretend you gave the dog some medicine, and you're like, well, okay, the dog is now immortal. I mean, it can still die from like physical trauma, right? Like if its head goes off, like there's nothing I can do. But it's never going to die of old age. How do you disprove that? No, seriously, think about it, right? Like if you tell the guy, okay, well, the dog is immortal now, it's never going to die of old age. Like how do you disprove that that's not the case? There you go. See, problem solved. He was found by the police after the doctor's family noticed he was missing and started an investigation. However, Joseph didn't face any charges because apparently this is a mistake anyone who loves their dog as much as Joseph does will make when pressed against a life-pondering question. When Joseph spoke to a reporter, he said, I just got anxious when I think my dog is going to die someday. Yeah, but like, you cannot just not punish the man. He needs punishment. He needs punishment. What if it, like, clearly, see, this is the problem that Americans are having. They're thinking that punishment is to rehabilitate, sorry, that the prison system is to rehabilitate people. No, the prison system is to separate crazy people from the other normal citizens that follow the rules and want to live a life without being kidnapped. Because this is the problem, right? Like, okay, now he thought that someone is going to kidnap his dog. And like, did he learn his lesson? Like, probably not, because now everyone is understanding. No, he requires punishment. He requires a little bit of suffering. He needs to suffer. Couple of days in prison at least. It's okay, he's from Florida, I see. Take his dog away. No, not that type of suffering. No. Just needs to go to prison. He kidnapped a person. I mean, imagine if you were kidnapped. This news wouldn't be that funny now, would it? Imagine if your mom was kidnapped because she's a doctor. Imagine if your mom is kidnapped, put in a basement, and asks, like, hey, make my dog immortal. And you're worried at home. It's like, where the fuck is my mom? This is not a joking matter, you know? Like, I get that the media is treating this. It's like, he, tee hee hee. There is no tee hee hee. There is just sadness and gloom and despair. Man, Janet777 is still bothering me. Like, I'm still curious. Like, who is Janet77? Let me check on Twitter. Janet777. It's on my brain. It's like, why is the one view from my 2-view stream talking about starting a VTube channel with 0 videos? Maybe it's a clipper wanting to see how I react when people offer their services to me. Janet777. Do I have a private investigator? I have a private investigator. Louis Levat. Louis Levat is going to find out who what was it? It was Janet G777 or just Janet777? I forgot. Holy shit. I'll have to rewatch the stream. But I'll ask Louis Levat to step in and figure out. I want everything you have on Janet. Not to confuse her with Janet J777, yes. I'm going to ask Louis Levat. Father Louis, tell me, who is Janet J777? V, I've been wondering since you're a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I finished law school. Okay? I didn't go through the bar exam. I didn't even attempt it. I would have probably managed to succeed, but like I just the thing was, like, it was during the height of the economic crisis, and if you wanted to pass, like if you passed the bar, you had to work under a lawyer, and you had to pay him in order to allow him to train you and do his job. So it's kind of like you're working, but you're also paying for the job. And I was like, fuck that shit. Is it the Lost Worski brother? I don't know. Hello, Amakuno. Anyway, so Since I'm a doctor and a lawyer, why not become the best ambulance chasing lawyer in Europe? You know, that's actually not a thing in Romania. We don't really sue hospitals, and the thing is, like, prosecutors are also afraid of suing doctors because if they ever get sick, the doctors are like the taxi cab drivers. Like they manage to collaborate with each other and they remember things. Oh look, it's Koa. V, you're a Kali fan? Yeah, Koa. See, there's more to me than meets the eye. I don't know why Koa just stereotypes everyone. Like the first thing she does is when she sees a person, she stereotypes them. And it's like, when then I tell her about stuff about my life, it's like, okay, but I also do this and I also have that, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't know. Well, yeah, no shit. Um, by the way, isn't Callie like the biggest drama queen from Hololive? Which doesn't say much because Hololive is a professional company, but she keeps getting involved with drama. Like last time, she almost said that she did drugs. Which, for those of you who don't know, that's big things in Japan. Like in Japan, you can get away with racist tweets. You can get away with political commentary. You can never get away with doing drugs, any type of drugs. There was a guy who actually did a voiceover in anime. They went back when they found out that he does drugs. Like they went back and they removed every mention of him from all those animes that he did. Like they will remove you from existence. Like it's almost like you never existed. They won't even have a graduation ceremony for you. Like you're gone. It's like you're on person. You never existed. They never mentioned you before. How does Koa not have a wrench? Well, she never asked for one, and I don't think I have one in her channel. So she's not a drama queen. She triggered weirdos which were screeching at her. Well, that's your interpretation. I think like the moment you give hints that you might have been doing substance abuse in Japan, I think that's being a drama queen. See, the drama doesn't necessarily start from you. The drama is like something that can surround you. Yeah, pretty much like on his style. I do not know how to make lean, Sarah. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, let's see what other news I got. So there was the story with the guy throwing the alligator at the Wendy's. We went through that. There was the story with the guy that kidnapped the scientist in order to make his dog to get his dog to become immortal. And there was another story. I think Sarah told me like there were 3 stories. If I'm oh yeah, the guy who broke up into prison in order to hang with his friends. So Florida man breaks into prison. Yeah, I don't think I ever heard people getting arrested for breaking into prison. I mean, it does happen. Like people try to break in order to smuggle drugs or to try and get someone out. But like to break in to actually stay in prison, that's a new one. Yeah. So authorities in Indian River County, Florida, arrested a man Monday night after he allegedly tried to break into the county jail. Okay, but like, god damn it, why is the press keep doing this? Why is the press keep doing this? Like, prison and county jail are 2 different things. But okay. By ramming his car into the front door and then trying to climb a fence. Man, you think you tried to be a little bit more subtle? Like, how desperate are you to get in? HK9410, to quote UV, if stereotyping is so wrong, why am I always so right? Yeah, but like, again, I stereotype properly. Alright? It's not my fault that Koa can't stereotype for shit. Like, when I stereotype someone, I'm usually 90% of the time accurate about the stereotype. Like, very rarely have I stereotyped someone and then I was like, oh my god, I was so wrong about this person. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. My bad. So, the 24-year-old was arrested when he got tangled in the fence's razor wire. Holy shit. Okay, so, man, like, this is not the interesting part that he tried to get into jail. No, the interesting part is the way he tried to get into jail. So he rams the car into the door. He then climbs the fence and then gets stuck into the barbed wire. Oh, he was high on the drug. and wanted to visit friends who were in jail. Yeah, I have a feeling that most of the time when these people do these crazy things, they're high on stuff. Because that's why you don't get it in Romania, right? Because I don't get news like this in my country. And probably it's because we don't have the same drug epidemic that exists in the United States. Like, not all these people are crazy. Some of these people are high on shit. Even if you were to climb the fence, you would have had to jump another one. Man, this looks painful. Why the fuck would you do it? God. So he faces charges of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, battery on a law enforcement. So let me get this straight. The guy who kidnapped the scientist in order to make his dog immortal, he gets to walk away, but this guy gets to face charges? Why the discrimination, though? Either both of them face charges or none of them. It is what it is, I guess. Now, you asked me a question, is there meth in Romania? I mean, probably. Romania is a big country. I would be surprised if there wasn't. But it's not to the level where you have, like, an epidemic problem. Like, when I was in the hospital, I never saw a person that overdosed or anything like that. Hello, Catagano. And thank you for being a member of my Subscribe Star. Oh, yeah, they can also be high and crazy. That is correct. Yeah, see, I didn't take that into account. Wait, what is this person doing? I don't get it. Like, is this person just spinning in one place? Oh, never mind. It's got those thingies, right? And he's like shaking those thingies. Ah, now I get it. And why is this bubble just hovering in the air? Oh, it's a halo. Oh, it's a halo. Like an angel is listening to this. I get it now. Now this wallpaper makes so much sense. Yes, Tentacle Pentacle. I am aware. Yes, the Florida man exists because they have an open records law. But the question is, why isn't there a Florida woman? It's always Florida man. Is it Kiara? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, it's the chicken. Yeah, it's Kiara with her chickens. Okay, so this is Kiara with her chickens. I guess this is like Ina, right? The tentacle lady. And is this Gura? And this is Amelia. Oh my god. Oh, the more I look at it, the more the wallpaper makes sense. Yeah, it's the Hololive Generation 1 at the front. By the way, does anyone care about Hololive Generation 2? I don't even know who those people are. Are they even more than a 2-view type of... well, I guess, who am I to talk about 2-view? Are they like the 4-view category? Because I don't know who those people are. I know like there was like Mother Nature and Chaos and other things, but like... I'm a little curious now. The Gen 2 of Hololive and English. Like, no one talks about them. No one memes about them. No one recommends them. YouTube isn't shilling them. So, legit question, like, are they good or... Look, apparently Overdrive says that they're cool. I don't even know their names. Mume and Crony. I think there are so many new VTuber companies popping up. Hololive isn't as relevant. Man, Hololive is like the Disney of VTubing. You can have as many animation studios as you want, but Disney is still Disney. They are big by normal standards, but none of them but really pop up like Gen 1. If you think about VTubing, right? Like most VTubers aren't popular. I mean, think about it this way. You got Vishojo and you got Hololive. But after that, like most VTubers barely pop 100,000 subs. I mean, it can happen, but it's very rare that you get a VTuber with more than 100,000 subs. So, it is what it is. The thing that I don't understand, and I really want to encourage VTubers to try this out, just have a channel making videos. Why are all VTubers into streaming? Why do you have to stream? Why can't you just make like a small, well thought out 5-minute video? You know, reading the news or talking about some funny shit or talking about a video game, reviewing some anime. Just do that. And you might find a niche in the market because everyone is streaming, right? Especially now that YouTube has the super thanks function, like you can do that. I think you can be really popular by doing that. Yeah, the market is saturating. I do agree with that. Anyway, right. Gonna go make the video on my main channel. So thank you guys so much for the donations and thank you for the 2 view. I appreciate it. It's really good having 2 views because you actually know who the people that watch you are. So that you can actually know the people who watch you is what I wanted to say, right? I can know your guys' names. I know who you are. I know Gigi, for example. I know Potty Gal. I know Matthew McKellar. I don't know who THW is. I've never saw that guy in my life. I do not know who Janet J777 is either. The mystery deepens. And the fact that the chat doesn't tell me who Janet J777 is makes me more paranoid. Makes me think that the chat is in on it. You're in on the conspiracy. So anyway, right. Good night. And I'm going to try to do a video with my troll. Like tinker with the troll a little bit. All right. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time.